Okay, Coach, it is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Judon there on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready. Come on. 50 seconds. Come on. Coming. Check it out. 26.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gill. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And now he's going to use his legs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Let's go now. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, here's Love.
Check.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Let's 57. Right.
From the gun, Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They run with Edwards. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll give to Michelle running right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So a very short, now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Let's go.
Throwing is Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On first down, it's Love. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give running right is Love. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson now, operating from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's White. And some room to work. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 1st down, here's White. And some room to maneuver. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
57's Mike.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long, and this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd down, it's White, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time. And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Check. SOS, 8-quarter. SOS.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Motion, bump. Monday. Bump. Check 24. Check.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of this. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 57, and let's get that roll. Track 31, track 31.
From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch. Watch the eye.
You draw quarters. Hug. Hey, alert.
I got it.
To throw is Rosen. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and that'll make it third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Now Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Tackles. Hey, alert 3.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On the return, it's White. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Out. Protein spill.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bryce Love. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Kill, alert. Kill, turn up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Going on the ground, it's White. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I got it. Check 15. Monday. Hey, check 24.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Allen's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10, 19-yard line.
Watch the screen. Motion.
They'll run with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And it's Michel once again. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go, bring it up.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set,
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And the catch made by Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one is tight end out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Now Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 80.
On the ground, this is Michel. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey, watch this.
Hey, alert.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Recon, 132 fighter.
You ain't doing nothing today. Shit. Check 37.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Exit.
Let's go.